if you find this world too cold, maybe too uncaring, or some people too distant, unloving, unkind, then please join me for this beautiful meditation where I will guide you to find your inner flame that will keep you warm from inside, your inner love. And this goes way beyond some comforting words. Some comforting words. I will help you and guide you to connect to the deeper levels of truth. And my name is Olivia Kissper. I'm a transpersonal mentor. This meditation is transpersonal, which means we're going to go beyond the ordinary ways of our personalities and masks that we wear in front of other people to really drop more into who we truly are. And first, I want you to really find comfortable space where you can just be undisturbed, even though there might be cold outside around you. Just find that little space within you by committing yourself to be present, undisturbed, and really taking this time for yourself. This beautiful cottage that I've created just for you. So we're going to begin by simply dropping into your own being and focusing on your heart center. Simply focus on your heart and notice any warmth inside of your heart. Notice any sensations in your whole chest area, and let that simply be. Let that simply be. See, our ego, it hides from exposure. It doesn't want to be exposed, and it hides in words of exaggeration. It always hides in words such as never, always, nobody, everybody. And so today I'm going to invite you into a different perspective that will provide you with such inner comfort and release and relaxation that's beyond anything that anyone could ever give you from the outside. It is your own freedom to relax you by your own perspective and your own wisdom. And we're going to be using this one word, this one powerful word. It is this one magic word that creates miracles, because your ego, just as my ego, is very powerful. Almost. So this beautiful word is almost. Just you sitting down or lying down, your body simply relaxing, your breathing is relaxing. Notice if there is any stories running through your mind, any thoughts about the day. And this is just a simple invitation for you to see what it is. For example, if there is any stressful thoughts about your day, such as I had a bad day, going to invite you to just bring in almost. I had a bad day. Almost. Except there were some really good parts about my day. Maybe just one. Find just one. And drop into that truth. That truth that this almost can dissipate all of these lies that we tell ourselves. Or maybe there is a thought about, she left me. Almost. Stay with the almost. And just like a candle wax, let that really go deeper into your being and see the deeper levels. She left me almost. Perhaps there is still some part of her inside of me, inside of my heart, inside of my mind. Almost. Just drop into that. There is nothing else required from you than just be with that. Perhaps there is some fearful thoughts about the future. I'm scared or worried or concerned about something. Almost. Almost. Just notice that when you say almost, there's new cracks around you and new truths can come in. Perhaps you are scared, almost, because just notice that there is still a part of you, there is still some part of you that it's not scared, that it's fearless, maybe just a small part. Just notice. There's no wrong or right way of doing this. Simply notice. Perhaps there is a thought about, I can't do something. Almost. Except you can. With the right perspective, the right time, the right commitment. So just notice. Just notice what else, and notice also that you can invite all these uncomfortable thoughts that normally you want to push them away, avoid them. This moment you are safe. This beautiful cottage, enveloped by these sounds. You can welcome these thoughts. You don't need to resist. There is a thought, perhaps, I need more money. Almost. Almost. Except, actually, this moment, I have enough. I just didn't notice. To keep relaxing your body and watching and observing these thoughts, really create an opening and welcome these thoughts that are there anyway. Perhaps there might be some thoughts about people. People should like you more. Almost. Almost. And just see what's revealed to you. Perhaps it's you who should like you more. Perhaps. So just drop into that almost, just like letting this flame inside of you, inside of your heart, starting to expand, going into your chest, warming all your body from the inside. And that slightly different perspective, because it's not about changing something in a bigger way. It's about these subtleties that create the biggest change in the long term. Perhaps there is a thought that you don't know what to do next. You don't know what to do next, and you're scared of this uncertainty. Almost. And just notice that perhaps there is a part of you that you've never noticed. It is a part of you that somehow, effortlessly, always knows what to do next, moment to moment. A part of you that cannot be figured out in your mind. That intelligence, that is your true nature, part of life that you are connected to. Just notice. Just notice. And with any stressful thoughts or beliefs or stories, simply add almost. Even that. Almost. And now let this flame inside of you go into your arms. Just notice how it envelopes your arms, making it, both of them, so heavy and loose and relaxed. And your shoulders, so much warmth and so much love. And you didn't have to try to do anything or to be anyone. You're simply melting into a slightly different perspective about anything in your life. And even if your mind thinks, oh, this doesn't work, almost. To find that one part that works. That one part that makes some difference if you, and only if you, really allow it. Perhaps I don't have something that I need. Almost. Maybe I don't have time. I don't have enough support. Almost. Relax. Almost. And just relax into that word. That one word that meets your ego with understanding, with such understanding, just like a mother meets a child. And keep watching and noticing. There is no need to try to figure it out in your mind, who you have to be and what you have to do. This moment is simply to be. And watch these uncomfortable thoughts. And if you are brave enough, just like I am, which I do very often, I invite, I fish for these uncomfortable thoughts, because I know that if I meet them with this new level of wisdom, different perspective, they have no control over me and about my life. So just see what else is in there, only if you want. Otherwise, just stay opening up, relaxing, letting the heart energy simply just devour you from the inside, in your belly, in your body, in your neck. It's all covered now with this inner flame of your own truth, which is your true identity. Somehow you can always feel truth in your body. Truth. You have this sense about what feels right and what doesn't. So if you believe something that's not true, that hurts. So let's just see if we can find a slight, just a little tiny bit more true. I will never meet the love of my life. Almost. Except there's no way of knowing. And I'm all alone. Almost. Almost. And see how this could be true. How can you never be alone? Except of what you're thinking and believing, which is always superimposed on reality, on what happens, what is. I can never have what I want. Almost. Except maybe you can. Maybe you do. Maybe you have exactly what you want on some levels. Because how do you know that everything that's happening to you in your life right now is not supporting you? There is a part of you that's way greater than the stories and limitations that we have in our minds. Your true identity has much greater plans for you. And so, meet any stressful thoughts with almost not good enough. Almost. Except there is one part of you, the true part of you, that's way beyond good enough, good or bad. Perhaps find your own truths, even when it's just a slight adjustment. As this flame is really entering your whole body, as you're being filled with slightly different new perspectives, just notice the quality of your being this moment. Because all these painful thoughts are the thoughts that we try to escape, and we would do anything to escape. Coping, hurting ourselves. And we don't have to. When we are connected to the truth of who we are, when we are connected to ourselves, it feels so beautiful so safe, so relaxed, peaceful. People should be more kind. Almost. Almost. I should be married by now. Almost. Except that I shouldn't, because I'm not. And find your own deeper levels of truth. Find that in what really happens in your life is always supportive in a long term, somehow, to you. And the ego always wants everything different right now. It makes you believe. It makes you believe things that are not true. Because it's powerful. Almost. Except it's not really. It struggles because it knows it doesn't even exist. The only power it has over you is when you believe it. So come back. Come back to your own inner light. Notice there is absolutely nothing else than light. Everything is made of light. Darkness is just the absence of light. And it dissipates the presence of light. You don't have to do anything about it. You don't have to be scared of it. You don't have to control it. Just bring in the light. The most powerful thing in the universe is your mind. Your ability to question these thoughts if you really want to be free. Free to do what you need to do here. Why you came here. Everything else is a dream, a story.